Here we are again. The next story is episode 9, guitar number 10, which happens to be this Harley Benton ST70 Black Paisley. Now, this guitar, turn it the other way, this guitar looks good. Beautiful neck skunk stripe, you know, die-cast steel tuners. They're not as good as they look. But the neck wood, this amaranth front, which is very much like Indian laurel. You know, nice looking combination. So this is, because of the emoji face, I'll get to that. Good from far, far from good. So when I got this a little over 2 years ago, it was another free to me guitar from my friend Leo Ryan of the channel Leo and Dan Ryan. Now when he got to his 1000th subscriber, he had another giveaway, and at that point I had the CST-24 with all of the other guitars behind it, and I thought, well, I have all the guitars I need and want. I don't need any more guitars. I've got a Strat, I've got, you know, Tellys, I've got Les Paul, I've got, you know, one of everything or more. So I wasn't putting my name into the draw, but for a while you know, it was in preparation, he kept you know, bugging me, are you going to put your name in? I kept saying no. Right down to just about the last day, are you going to put your name in? I said, okay, put my name in. I said, you know, I don't really need any more guitars. Well, he went through the whole process and did the drawing, and out of, I don't know how many people that were in it, there's probably good over 30, 40 maybe. I won. And then he thought, that might sound kind of fishy that I win again, the second giveaway on his channel. So they put that video aside and took my name out of the pot, and then they went through and did another drawing, which was actually posted on his channel, of somebody else winning the guitar for the second giveaway. And then I saw the video online, and then I get a phone call, and he says, you know, you see the video? Yeah. He says, that was the second video. The second video? He says, yeah. He says, in the first one where we did the drawing, you won again. And so I decided that I'd put that one aside and give somebody else a chance. I said, see, that's why I didn't want to be in the drawing to begin with. Not that I think I would win out of 30 more people. So he says, well, because you actually won, he says, I'm going to send you a guitar anyway, because you were the winner. I go, I don't want a guitar. But he badgered me to pick a guitar. And I was thinking, well, I liked the Telecaster Paisley, which would be a nice addition. But I said, geez, I've already got like 3 I built. I don't really want another one. So, all right, give me another Strat. So he ordered this from Germany and had it shipped to me. And the unboxing and the video I did on the rework that I did on this thing is online. Going back and looking at it as I did today, I found it boring myself, because, you know, I did it, and at the time I wasn't as good on some things as I am now, especially with, you know, apparently working on the neck. So I did a full neck job on this thing, which I didn't show all of it. But then when I remounted it, you know, and tried to set it up, here's where the angry emoji comes in, I didn't like this guitar when I first got it. It was a comparison between the quality of this one, made in China, versus the CST-24, which was made in Vietnam. And the other guitar is like, wow. And it was supposed to be a B-stock. And this one was brand new, not a B-stock. And, you know, I showed like the neck pocket is overly cut. The fretboard was really buzzy. These tuners don't really, you know, there's a little bit of slop in there. They'll hold tune once you get them up there. Slop. The nut had a problem with the low E, which I never fixed until just yesterday. Because when I took it out of the bag yesterday, I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh, it's buzzing all the way up here, all along the frets from like from 9 up on most of the strings. I looked at the truss rod and I go, I could probably straighten that up, and the more I straightened it up, the worse it got. So it doesn't function like any of the other guitars that I've done my process on. It's cantankerous and it just doesn't want to work for me. And so I thought, you know, after doing the baking soda and recutting the nut trick here, because it was too low to begin with when it came, and I thought, well, I don't really use this low E string anyway. I'm just going to leave it, you know. So I decided to do it yesterday to see if I could, you know, readjust it. So I took the neck off yesterday. I put a different shim in there because the neck was still too far up on the headstock this way. And I put a .47 in there from a .31 that I had before, millimeters. And I'm looking at it today and I'm going, you know, it could probably use a little bit more. Plus, I think I'm going to put out another video of a rework that I'm going to do, like, again on this thing. And I'm going to re-level the fretboard, and I think I'm going to use the fall-away approach up here where these frets will be lower than the rest of them, because for some reason when I get up here, you hear the buzzing? And I'm at 4/64ths at this fret that meets the neck, which is like 17, 16. So I don't know what it is. I just don't know. There's something off about the geometry. And I didn't really want to invest money in it when I first did it, of replacing the tuners. I did the string trees and I redid the electrics down here. I meant to put in a Gilmore switch, which was going to put these two in parallel, but I never did it. What I did was I put a push-pull here on the tone, which changes capacitors, and once I get all this off again, I'm going to take that out. The 47 is no good to me. The pull will be the Gilmore that connects these two, and I'm going to use a Fralin resistor on splitting this bridge, because this bridge is 8.27K, and when I split it, it goes down to 4.2, and it really thins out too much. So I'm going to put a Fralin in there. It might be probably something like a 2.5, I think, at the lowest, to keep some of that second coil up and thin it out a bit. When the neck is middle is 5.82K, the neck is 5.65K. When I put this in parallel mode here, it drops this whole thing down to like 3.24. And then when you go over there, it's about the same between these two in the 4th position. Now I think these pickups here are probably the same ones that came in the ST62 Clapton version, which is likely the same body as this, but without the Paisley that's on it, that I'm doing the work on. So those are the changes I'm going to make there, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out what's wrong with the geometry of this neck. The neck reminds me a lot of the type of necks that came from GFS for my Telecasters, and I noted in the first video that the neck felt like a Telecaster. Well, when I said that, I meant the Telecasters I built, because they're the only ones that I have. So I've never actually felt a real Fender Telecaster neck of different versions to see which ones might be chunkier or not chunkier. But this feels just like the GFS neck that came on those. And I don't have a problem with the playing of it, but up here, without having the saddles really high to get over those frets, and the action is sucky at that point, I don't know. Anyhow, that's how I came to get this guitar. The emoji still resembles my... The emoji still indicates my feelings about it. So I've hated it basically since I got it. It's been in the bag a couple of years. I think I've only done one song with it. And I didn't really like it because I was having problems with it, and I thought, yeah, I've got plenty of other ones to play with. I don't need to play with this one. I just put it in a bag and put it, you know, away. And so because I'm doing this series, I had to pull it out, because I mean, what's next on the list? I'm going, oh no, it's this one. And my whole mood just kind of like changed when I realized it was this one. So I did a lot of work yesterday, you know, out of the bag on this one, by removing the neck and doing the stuff and fixing the nut, you know, and doing all the readjustments on the saddles. And I thought, yeah, do I just put it back in the bag after I tell you, or am I going to give it another go? And there's just that something in me that won't let it go, so I have to give it another go, to see if anything I've learned since I've worked on this one will help me make it operate perfect like all my other guitars. I mean, this is the only guitar I have that will not work properly. And the other ones are like, they're all mwah, spectacular. So everything else has worked except this one, and that's why that emoji face is there. I will put up another video about what happened with this when I'm either successful or not successful, and the emoji face may remain or have a nice smile on it, I don't know. So this is the story of the 10th guitar. It could be nice, but it just doesn't want to play nice at the moment with me. So thanks for watching. I'm going to cut this one off here, and stay tuned for the rework of what's going to go on here, and catch you in the next one. I appreciate all your support.